Welcome to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Remember in my last video I asked where the love at? Well, I guess in this one we're going to see. Obviously, we didn't really see it in the last one, but maybe in this one we'll see it, right? Guaranteed, for sure. Before I jump in, be sure to subscribe to the channel, share the video with everybody you know, and of course, like the content. That's the things that you can do to help the channel. I know times are hard. Not everybody has money to donate, although I have my Cash App banner up. If you can, of course, feel free to. If you can't, just share it. If you have a channel, of course, like and subscribe. Let's go.
Well, here we are in Reading. We got a bunch of people coming from out of town to celebrate evil. It was a wonderful providence of God. I was driving with my family down the road and we passed this. Met some faithful brothers over here that are standing. I came out and got to preach for about 12 minutes before a cop got in my face, laid hands on me, and threatened to arrest me if I didn't stop. Of course, I don't have my GoPro camera with me because I wasn't coming out, had no idea this was happening. I just happened to drive by it. But the gospel went out. They got drag queens. They got children here. They're about to do a flag-raising ceremony into Satan's cesspit. Our own mayor, Eddie Moran, is out here. And yeah, no, this is the type of insanity. Now, what's amazing about Reading is it is largely a Hispanic population. But if you...
And you can see the children, of course. I have a big stroller here. There's another child there. There's one right around here. There's children scattered around this event. I know it's crazy. Even people that are lost, right? But straight, they don't take children to the kind of like events that they go to, right? Like, let's say, whatever it is that straight people go to. Because I don't take my children to anything basically unless it's for children. Even the movies, they have to be a certain rating for me to take them. So basically, yeah, if it's not geared at children, I'm not even taking them. And 9 times out of 10, I have to know the entirety of the content before I even allow them to watch it. Like if it's a movie or something, because you never know these days. Hollywood puts out all kinds of things that has inappropriate content, but it's allegedly for children. So you gotta keep your third eye open. You know. But let's go.
I don't know how well you can see. There's not a lot of Hispanics out today. It's a bunch of white people. I'm sure they drove over from West Reading or from out of town because the Hispanic community largely would shun this. But yeah, that's what we got. This is what they're doing in Reading City. Tyrant cops threatening older men and myself for standing out here. You got, just everything you can imagine. So this is quite crazy, but a wonderful providence of God that I could walk out here. And these cops over here, these guys are tyrants. Okay. That man threatened me, laid hands on me. But by the grace of God, I could preach for about 10 minutes or so, like I said, before he did that. So the gospel went out. The law went out. The gospel went out. God's going to do work with it. He's apparently a professing Christian, too. That's the horrible thing about this.
Now, did you hear that? So the narrator has mentioned these cops twice and has said that they're tyrants. So before the event, the purpose for me showing this even happened, the narrator already states plainly that his interactions with these cops has already led him to believe that they're tyrants. Worst part is, this guy is a professing Christian, which is why people who profess to be Christians, just words, that's not sufficient. Your actions gotta speak volumes, right? Because the objective is to be Christ-like. Like I said previously, it is not easy, right? Because people piss us off. We have emotions. We are, human beings. We are flesh and blood. We are not perfect. So it's not always going to be easy trying to be Christ-like. That's guaranteed, especially for believers. Imagine somebody that used to be, some sort of gangbanger or, basically a ticking time bomb, and that person is converted, right? But it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Because you accept Christ, you understand that He's Savior and, basically master of the universe. Everything is put into His hands. It doesn't mean that you just change overnight and then all of a sudden you're lily white. And no. Sometimes you slip and fall. Sometimes you slip and fall. Sometimes you slip and fall. How many times are you going to get up, dust yourself off, and keep on walking the walk? That's why if a person just says they're a Christian, I don't know. It's just like people that say they're conservative. Yeah, where do you stand on this issue? Because believe it or not, there's going to come a point in time where there'll be a line. I was going to say a line drawn in the sand, and you are going to have to pick a side. Trust me, that day is coming.
Looks like some more men just showed up to support us. This cop's gonna give him a hard time.
He already knew. These guys weren't there, right? But they showed up and he already knew this guy was going to give him a hard time.
Oh, I'm respecting it. You know who's cheering for us? The people that are in hell. So you do you, and I'm going to do me. This is public property. You. God is not. That's all. Got this one.
Getting this on film.
Can I give him my bag?
Now, I believe you was going to say God is not the author of confusion, right? Which is what he's seeing on the other side. It's straight up confusion. You have these adults and children taking part in this, I don't know if it's a festival, if it's a march, a parade, some type of ceremony. I'm not sure. But obviously you see the flags, right? The rainbow colors and stuff. So we know, right? And you saw the children, pointed them out before. There's kids involved in this, right? Obviously they're with adults, but still, why would you bring kids to this? So he's stating the obvious, because there will be people from this community that will tell you that they're Christians. That is a bold-faced lie, because as he was about to say, God is not the author of confusion. And that's in the Bible. Pick it up on time. It won't kill you.
Yo, I'm going to need you to go to 128 North.
And they're clapping.
And they're clapping. Brothers, man.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. You ever heard that one before? If the situation was reversed, would they want to see believers clapping? Let's say the world was really that tyrannical, and they came out with these things, and then a swarm of cops just started bagging people. Oh, word, you wearing this LGBTQ flag? All right, nah. Click, click, clack, clack. Nah, you're going to prison. Can't do that around here. And you see Christians across the street, yeah, lock them up. How would these people feel? But you hear a bunch of them clapping. If the shoe was on the other foot, tell you what.
I cannot believe I'm watching this.
Not letting him finish. He's like, no, you're not about to say that.
You got it? Yep. Yeah, they're threatening us earlier.
Sir, it's tight.
I can't believe this is in Reading. I can't believe this is in Reading.
Now ask yourself, what is it that this guy did that warranted him getting arrested? I mean, he's standing across the street. He hasn't approached anybody. He hasn't gotten in anybody's face. He doesn't have a megaphone. I mean, what did he really do? Like, really ask yourself that question, because these three pea brains right here, right? If they were really observing the Constitution, and I mean, as a matter of fact, anybody else on the other side, they would have to say, listen, you can't, arrest him for doing that. Or you shouldn't arrest him for doing that. Obviously, these three costume bandits here think that they have the right to throw this guy in cuffs and, detain him for whatever reason, right? Because he's a threat. Anyways, these three stooges over here, they will have their day of reckoning, I am sure. But here's the crazy part. He gets taken, so he's detained, handcuffed. He's taken across the street, right? Partially down the block. They put him to sit on the sidewalk, right? Here's Larry, Curly, and Mo. And right after he's detained and they prevent him from saying what he was going to say, guess what shows up on the block? I know maybe you can't see it. The resolution on this is kind of low, so let me raise it a bit so you could see better. A literal demon, right, shows up. So the man of God is taken out of the way and a demon shows up, right? With, of course, I don't know if this is with this resolution, it looks like a guy in a dress. So what the terminology for that is, of course, is confusion. Whatever this person identifies as, I have not a clue. But doesn't really matter. So is this a coincidence? I don't think so. I think what you just saw was a spiritual battle where this guy was about to say something specifically to this crowd of people. The officer took it upon himself or whatever was possessing him to arrest this man, take him out of the way, and make way for a demon. They might say, wow, that's kind of a stretch though, but isn't that what really happened though? Like literally speaking, that is exactly what happened. He's taken out of the way, sat down across the street, and almost immediately a demon is manifested walking down the street. Now, this might just be a person. This person could be infested with a legion of demons. That's why they're dressed like this. You know how offended they would have been by him saying what he said? Obviously. Very highly offended. So he was taken out of the way so this person could come through. I'm telling you, sooner or later, people are gonna have to pick a side of that line. You are only gonna be able to straddle that fence for so long. It's getting there. If you don't realize that, trust me, look closely at the things that are happening. It's getting there. Or say, no, they're not coming after the kids. Yeah, they are coming after the kids. But then, as an adult, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to be with them or against them. That's what it's coming down to. Because they're not going to be satisfied with you just being docile. No, you're going to have to be a supporter. And if you're not supporting them, then obviously to them, then you're against them. You mark my words. Anyways, I won't keep this any longer than it needs to be. I think the point was made clearly. So, take it how you may. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.